Hi, this is Gary with MacMost.com. On this episode, let's look at adding recurring calendar events on your Mac or on iOS. So let's say you want to create an event that happens, say, the second Tuesday of every month. So what you would do is in your current month, or perhaps say in the next month, you would look for the first or second Tuesday right there, and we would then click in there to create an event. So let's create a test event. Make sure it's set to the right calendar that you want. And then in order to make it a recurring event, we will click on where it says add alert, repeat, or travel time. So we're going to go to the repeat section here, and you've got some default things like every day, week, month, year. But you'll also have custom, and this is where we'll be able to set a recurring event. Now here we've got some defaults as well, so we can set daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly, or we can get more detail here below. So we can say, for instance, that we wanted to do a monthly, okay, and then it expands, and we could say every month or every 2 months, however often. Let's stick with every month, and we have it set here for the 12th, but we could also then switch here to something else. So this would just set it for basically the 12th of every month. If we go on then we can say something like the second, and you can say the second day or weekday or weekend day, but we could also say second Tuesday. So you can see just in all these controls you have so many different options to be able to create the recurring event that you want. Naturally, if you go to a different time, like say weekly in frequency, you can say every 1 or every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks on a certain day of the week. If we do annually, then we can actually go and have this appear on that day in certain months. So you've got lots of different options here for creating exactly the recurring event that you want. So when I do this, it says now every month on the second Tuesday. So I can also set a end repeat and set it to be, say, stop at the end of this year or next year. Now if I were to go and look in the calendar here, I've got the second Tuesday of January, and if I go to February, I can see there it is on the second Tuesday in February, even though that's the 9th, not the 12th. And I can continue to see second Tuesday in March, etc., all the way forward. If I were to change this event, maybe just change the title, I'm asked if I only want to change it for this particular one, so maybe add a special note or something to this particular one, or I can say all the future events in here. So you can see the exclamation point is there and it's in the next month. If I go back, you see it's not in the previous ones because it only changed the future events. So if you want to change all the events going forward, you want to do your most recent one or even one that was in the past, and it will change all of those moving forward in time. Now until iOS 9 you couldn't actually do any of this in iOS, so you were out of luck if you only had an iPhone or iPad and didn't have a Mac to be able to set these. But now you can. In the calendar app on iOS 9 you can go in and you can hit repeat, and you can do the same kind of thing here. You've got the defaults, you've got custom. You can set the custom to say frequency monthly, like that, and then once you do that you can say on the second Tuesday of every month, and now that's going to be set for that. So now you can see the repeat there is custom, and it will be set for the second Tuesday of every month.